Hello, friends. Welcome to Squaird Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be flipping through my 2022 daily horizontal spreads in my discbound happy planner. I'll show you lots of ideas for both decorating themes with stickers, along with some functional planning techniques as well. So if that sounds good, let's begin. Okay, you guys, so first off, I have some discs and a cover that have nothing to do with what's inside of this planner. These were from a Happy Notes and I think a Faith Happy Planner that I got a while back. And I married this cover with these discs, and I really like the combination of these two, the discs and the cover. So that said, it's really just a place to hold all of my daily spreads from my horizontal planner. And so it's not really that important to what's inside. So I use my own inserts from my Etsy shop for my horizontal planning. And so this was the design for 2022. At the start, I also included here my future log, which I'll be talking a little bit more about in a video to come. But yeah, so that was where I'm going to keep it for storage reasons. And let's go ahead and just jump right into the first month, which is January. So I do a combined planner setup in my shop, and the combined setup includes a monthly layout as well as that divider cover page and a page at the back. So just know it's very similar to a Happy Planner setup if you buy them off the shelf, and just makes it a little bit easier to print and go forward through the year without having to mix and match different layouts as inserts. So this was my first January spread, and I believe I used some stickers from Amber Plans Her Day for this, as well as some different washi tapes. I used my monthly layout for memory keeping, and in the beginning I started off doing a little bit better job of just doing one memory, kind of like, a small snippet of the day. As we go through this flip through, you'll see that the summaries get pretty long and the font gets a lot smaller. But that's just where I do a quick, snapshot of my day. And it's a way for me to memory plan without too much commitment. I'm doing a little something different this year, but for this year, this worked out really great. I ended up penciling in what I wanted it to be and then using a Micron pen, I think one of these guys, in I think a 0.01 tip. I have the 5 here, but 0.1, so it wouldn't be too thick, the lines, as you'll see. And that worked out great. And I just erased the pencil marks when I was done. That just helped me kind of work out what I wanted to write and fit everything in the space as I went. And then I was keeping some appointments and events here on the sidebar, as well as the books I read for the month here as well, just kind of a memory of what I was doing for the month. I did that because I wasn't using my monthly to its fullest in years past, and when I started this technique, I really felt like I was getting the most use out of it, as well as really enjoying this little memory keeping archive that I was creating. I also did a little hack on the extra days here, so sometimes in the month when there's an extra long month, there are some boxes that get cut in half. So a way to extend that is to just put another sheet of paper or even a sticker might work and do a little flip out option here, especially if you need all the space within the days. That worked out great for me. I just glued it down and wrote on one side, and then for the other side I had a full box to write in as well. So this is how it turned out. I really liked the blue feels. It was definitely a seasonal theme. I like to do seasonal themes in my monthly. So this is definitely more of a wintry scene. So I can feel that I stuck the pages together here between January's monthly and the first week of January, because I believe I used that week in the previous planner. So this planner starts off on January 3rd. And this very first, let me set this up a little bit. This very first spread that I did was a really fun one. I really loved the colors. I used some neutral tones. I'm going to try to go a little bit faster than I have in the past through these flip throughs, so I won't talk too much about them, but I will showcase them. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and feel free to leave those down in the comments below. But again, this one I believe was mostly Happy Planner stickers and washi. This one here too is a Happy Planner stickers as far as the snowflakes, and the blues I believe were from the Homebody Seasons, most of the other stickers, and this one I think was from the winter sticker book. This one here was a fun one. I did a diagonal across. This one was from a Color Story sticker book, I think Color Story 4. And I liked the mix of the neutral tones of tan with the like deep blue. That was a really good combo, and I think it worked out well on the spread. This one I got a little creative. I used some distressed oxides to create an ice rink vibe here. I was using stickers from Amber Plans Her Days. I think it was winter sticker book. And it had a blue outline on all of the stickers, which I'm really not a fan of, but I try to mix them in with background color to make it feel a little bit more seamless to the design. And I think this one turned out pretty great. I also used some ice skaters from, I believe, one of the Merry and Bright sticker books from the Happy Planner that comes out around Christmas. And then at the back of all of my monthlies, I also put in a habit tracker from my shop. This is just an easier way for me to get the most use out of this kind of blank space at the back of the month. And so I put in the habit tracker, and I use that to track all of my just like personal things that I wanted to keep track of. And I just color coded the topics or the areas of my life to make it a little easier to go through each day. So this is my shop. It's as a resizable printable, so you can print it for letter size all the way down to A5 if you want. Next, we're going to get into February. And here's how my February monthly turned out. This one was really lovely. I love watercolor. I love florals. So this is a really nice one to be seasonal for the, Valentine's Day season, but not over the top Valentine's. Because I'm not a big fan of like pink and red. So this was a nice combination of those. And again, I kind of started to change up a little bit how I was doing the memory keeping. In the beginning, it was a little bit more like different techniques of lettering. I don't know if you could see, kind of a mix and match with more doodles. This one, I decided to really pare down the doodles a bit and just stick with a little bit of monoline lettering, hand lettering, and my standard handwriting. And that worked pretty well. I liked this look overall, and it wasn't too cluttered. It felt really like the perfect combination. Wish I would have taken note of that as the year went through, but you'll see. It'll get a lot fuller later on. Same thing over here too. I've got events, and then I also have what I was reading here in the sidebar. So we went with some more watercolor florals here for the first week of February. Again, these are Happy Planner florals. These ones too were Happy Planner florals. I can't remember what book those ones are out of. But these ones, I'm pretty sure, were out of one of the florals or flowers sticker book that I pulled in. And I just thought, this is the time to use them because they're pretty red and pink and just the February vibes. Some of these are going to be plantable challenge themes, which if you're not familiar, it's a set of themes that we come up with, me and Catherine over at Planogram, where we give you guys weekly prompts to help you kind of use up your stickers and get creative with your themes. So some of these will be related to that, but if I remember, I'll mention it. If not, it was a year ago, so don't hold that against me. Okay, so like I said, yes, this had a lot of red and pink, and so I did this red theme. Tried not to go over the top with the red, so I think it turned out pretty good. I didn't do too much in-your-face red, and then the mixing in of the yellow and the pink really helped soften it a little bit. So this is how that first week turned out. And then this one, I think I wanted to just get rid of all the color and just go straight into something a lot more neutral. This one I did in a farmhouse theme using some cardstock backer, as well as some stickers I think I got from the Dollar Tree, and then just some mix match stickers, maybe from the journaling sticker book and the, I think that's the Happy Planner horizontal book. So just a mix and match of different things to create this. I really like this. It's an alternating theme. So this one is where you skip a day and you do something a little bit bolder in the background every other day. kind of make it stand out. And I really loved this theme, actually. Even though it's pretty neutral, it was really fun to be in. Next, we have the actual Valentine's Day theme. And again, I think this might have been a plannable challenge theme that I cannot remember. I did some washi layering here on the edges, which was fun to create some varying colors, just using 3 types of washi. Colors of washi, I mean. And then some stickers from, this one I think was from the Bookish sticker book. These letters, and then I used some stamps as well in this guy for just some added kind of Valentine's Day feels. And a few Cocoa Daisy stickers too I'm seeing in here. So this one was a fun one. Also too, added a little bit of lettering in here, hand lettering using my Fudenosuke brush pen. I like that little bold pop of black in and around just to give a little bit more attention to those areas. One thing I will note too, we talk about functional planning too within these decorative layouts. So all of my themes tend to have the following. Each day will have usually a checklist of some sort, and then there'll be a focus section as well. So either it'll be something I need to pay attention to for the day, an event, an appointment I don't want to forget, or something of that nature, or something that is due, that kind of thing. So each of the days will have that in pretty much every layout. That kind of divides the page up into 2 there, and then I leave the third space for decor. So if you can imagine in a horizontal planner, each space is divided up into like thirds, and that way I know I need to take about a third for the checklist, a third for the focus area, and then a third for decor. And that just helps guide me as I'm building out my spreads to not overwhelm the spread with decor and not leave any space for actual functional planning, and vice versa. If I, don't have enough decor in a space, I know that I got another, I got a third to work with. So it helps me to actually fill in the gaps as well. So this is how it turned out, and I really loved this spread as far as just the creativity of it. This one too is pretty creative. I'm very sure this was a plannable challenge spread, and I want to say maybe something like Light It Up or something like that. Be the Light. Oh, I think it might have been Be the Light, which was a really fun one. I made these stickers out of my foam memo printer. I have a little small portable printer that prints thermal black and white stickers on either clear or paper, label paper that's literally like 2 inches big. So it's really easy to do. You just put an image on your phone and then you can print it right away to that printer. No muss, no fuss. So I used that multiple times in the past, and I thought it was perfect to get some light bulb stickers in here for this theme. I just found this image online and went ahead and printed that out in some varying sizes. I also did a glow effect on the outside using, again, some more distressed oxide inks and just like brushing it in. I have planned with me on pretty much all of these layouts. So if it's something that you see as we flip through, just go back and check my plan with me horizontal or daily playlist, and you can just go back to the month. You'll be able to find the plan with me. So pretty much everything. You can find the items I used for actually building out the spread and their links, and then also to the techniques I used to build out the spreads. So this one, was a mix of that. I had some labels I had gotten from Michael's that were just label stickers I pulled in, along with some Happy Planner stickers. And again, added in a little bit more of that brush lettering that I did before, because I was really liking that pop of black on the spreads. So this one was good, a really fun, creative one. And then again, the habit tracker at the back of the month. So now we're into March, and for March, I did again, seasonal rainbow St. Patrick's Day style theme. This one was super fun, a little bit different, adding in some washi tape for some color in and around the boxes, even though I really needed all the space in the boxes. So that was good. You can kind of see him sticking with that monoline lettering with my standard handwriting. Still not too dense as far as what I wrote down. And then a couple of doodles here and there I added back in. Still have my events and appointments and things I want to remember here in the sidebar, as well as the books I had read. This one I thought was a really energizing and fun one to be in. This one, I'm pretty sure, again, was a plantable challenge theme, maybe in the garden or something like that. This one was really a fun one to be in as well, or to create. I used some washi tape as a backer and then added these stickers on top from the Happy Planner to kind of look like they were growing out of the ground. Now, I really liked this garden theme. Simple, but really, I think it worked really well together along with these like simple black quotes. So this one was fun. And then my next one here, I think was a shopping theme, or something of the like, maybe in the bag, or I can't remember exactly. But again, I think this was a plannable challenge theme. Really fun. I added a lot of icon stickers on this one and then changed out some box stickers into bags, which was a fun little way to do something different with just a standard box sticker. Added in my own confetti, just using some dots with a marker. And again, just very colorful, washi layering. Lots to look at, lots of moments here on the spread. So this one was, I think, a spread for peace in Ukraine, using those colors to bring awareness to the war that was just starting back then in Ukraine. I did some simple cardstock here as a backer. It's kind of like ripped cardstock to add a real strong blue presence, a blue and yellow for the Ukrainian flag, and then I used some stickers from Anna Bean on a Mission. She is just the sweetest person. So if you're not familiar with her, do follow her on Instagram. I don't know, she has just the biggest heart. So she sent me her very first sticker book, and I was really excited to use it here on this spread and to share it with y'all. Next, we have another theme that I really don't remember what this one was, but I did kind of a column collage layout on this spread, kind of focusing in on the purple and green tones, a little bit of pink. And I think this one was pretty good, a little more functional than I like to do, but just an interesting way to use some box stickers and mismatched stickers on a horizontal, which can sometimes be a little bit awkward to use these box stickers on. So just another option as far as layouts, having the two columns here pushed out so that you have lots of functional space for the rest of your decor and your functional planning. This one was a candy spread, and I think it was I Want Candy. Yes, I think that was the theme for the Plannable Challenge that week. I decided to try to use up all these random, circle stickers that I have with these quotes. Most of them came out of a rainbow mega book I think I have here in my stash. And then I just used some matching highlighters or markers to create a wrapped candy look. Did a rainbow theme as well. I think that's what tied it all together. And it came out really fun and just, interesting to look at. So this was a very popular one. I enjoyed being in this as well. So that's the end of March. I got my habit tracker there at the back. And now we're on to April. So for April's month, it's usually about spring and everything coming, up, florals. And what I decided to do was just limit the color scheme to this like purple and green theme with a little bit of a quote here to tie it all together in these empty months or empty days. Again, events and books I read here on the sidebar, and then my memory keeping element here on each day. Really fun one. I really liked the limited color scheme, really tied everything together nicely. And I believe this one was either a two-tone theme or something of the like. It might have been actually called Fresh Start, but I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure this was a theme too from the Plannable Challenge. Again, I really love these leaf stickers, mainly these ones here. They're from the Farmhouse sticker book from the Happy Planner, and I was hoarding them for quite a while. So it was good to break them out and actually use them a bit here on the spread. And yeah, or maybe it was a two-tone theme. Yeah, I think it was a two-tone theme. But anyway, very simple, not a lot going on, just more about the color and then the functional elements there kind of spread around. A good one. This one too was really a little bit more on the creative side. I basically brought in some florals, again, more watercolor florals, tied those in with some watercolor stickers. I believe these ones were from the This Is Your Year, or the year and goals, something like that. It's like a year goals sticker book. And pulled in those colors with the florals. Focused mainly on the oranges and the pinks. Really liked this color combo a lot, even though I'm not a big, pink person. This pink is a little bit more muted. It's not like a bright pink. And I like that combination with the deeper orange as well. Did some splatter techniques, as you can see. Went a little crazy. Maybe could have toned down the splatter a little bit, but it was still a nice added texture to the spread. And this one, I don't remember what this one was for, but it was for something. And I decided to try something really out of the box, cutting up some patterned box stickers to create these windmill style elements for decor. And I added in some cloud washi from my stash. I got this at Daiso, as well as some different washi down here, kind of using that to give like a wheat grass look. Some of the stickers came from, I think, the pressed floral sticker book, like these gold stickers here and a couple of the quotes, as well as some, I think these were actually some Cocoa Daisy pattern stickers. So overall, this one was very creative, out of the box. It was a fun one to do, just to try new things and to see how to get creative with our standard stickers. This one was another one that I got kind of really creative. I guess I was in the zone here, early April. So this one was a book theme, but I can't remember what it was. And what I decided to do was to use the bookish sticker book, but at the time, I think I was just really busy as well. So I decided to add in this little added insert. And I created that all on camera so you could see how I did it and how I stuck it in. And I even made it to look like this book. But on the back, I actually used it functionally for some things I needed to take care of for the week. And you can kind of see how I used those there. A really fun one. Rainbow theme, always a hit. Really, really just a great spread, I think, overall. And just something fun and different. And that wraps up April. So we're into May. And for May, I did this birthday spread. So May is my birthday month, and just had lots of confetti. And I had these washi candles I made, as well as some balloons, and just made it super fun, colorful, very festive, celebratory. And again, same technique with memory keeping here on the monthly with my events and books read. So a really fun one. And here's my first week of May, and I think this was more about, it was a theme. I think it was about maybe transforming somehow, or I can't remember. But I did use some stamps on this one, tried some stamping. I'm not very good at stamping, I will say, but it was fun to add those elements in. I feel like it really completed the spread. I also added in some book pages that I had from a thrifted book, as well as some washi tape and some butterflies. It just kind of brought it all together in a simple kind of yellow and orange theme. I also, you can kind of see the design here that I was working with. So it's a little bit more like an X design along the spine. Something a little bit different than what I've normally done, just to give you guys some ideas for different layout options. Again, this one was a super popular one. This one, I think, was the bee's knees was the theme. And again, I printed out these on my foam memo printer. So I just found some images that I really liked as far as quotes to go with the theme. as well as the bees. Found those online and just printed them out and made it really easy to bring this whole spread together. And then I brought in some hexagons from my Mega Rainbow sticker book again, I think, and tried to color code them, or not color code them, but color match them with the florals that I had from the Homebody sticker book. And that seemed to work out really nicely to create like a gradient of color. I also used a majority of the space here in the center, so kind of like a mid-page layout, so that I had places for checklists on the sides and or focus areas. Also added in the little beeline. I thought that just really put it over the top. So it was a super fun and cute spread, simple, but just gorgeous, I thought, to be in for the week. And then this is my birthday spread. I had so much fun playing around with this. I had a bunch of random cupcake stickers in different sizes from older Happy Planner books, as well as these banners, and brought it all together. Added a quote with some circle stickers to kind of create a balloon collage there. Super fun. Use some washi tape to make the tears. And I thought this just turned out really, really great. So another fresher idea for a birthday theme. And then this one, I'm pretty sure I did not do a plan with me on because of my birthday week before. I'm guessing that, I got busy or, decided not to do it. But I used some Cocoa Daisy stickers and washi for this, as well as some cardstock I'd gotten, and actually created a quick fold out for my weekly to-do list here, and then use that as an element to the theme. So again, another kind of insert, I don't know what you call this, but basically something added on to the normal spread to give you a little bit more functional space, but also add to the decor. And I thought this one turned out super fun. I also pulled in some quotes from the Happy Planner. I think these are from the Happy Illustrations. And then these, what are these? The iridescent box stickers, which was, I think they were from one of the Happy Planner books, maybe the handwriting planner sticker book, or handwriting boxes, or handwritten boxes. I'll get it. You know what I mean. So I think it was from one of those. And I thought it was the perfect combination because it had just the right color scheme. And that will wrap up May. So here is what June looks like. And for June, at the beginning of summer, just kind of some summer vibes. I think I pretty much took my cue off of this box sticker and created a nice summer golden sky theme. Softer colors, so not my normal, but I think this one turned out pretty good as far as a seasonal theme. And next we have this citrus style theme. I really don't remember if this was a theme or not, but I really liked the way this turned out. I had, again, from that same gardening sticker book, these lemons and limes that I ended up creating little clusters of. And I really liked the combination of just the yellow and the green. It was very summer citrus. I think this might have been a citrus theme, actually, now that I think about it, to squeeze the day or something like that. So this one was a really fun one, and I really loved the colors of this. And this one was also a really fun one. I created some long trees, or some tall trees, using some washi tape that I had. So the first time I did this, I think I did it later down the road, which you'll see in a little bit better fashion to kind of learn from my mistakes. But you still get the idea of how this would work. I did a better job matching the grain later down the road. But this one, I matched the top too, but the bottom here, there's a little bit of a cut line. And same up here. But overall, you get the overall effect of being within the trees with the treetops kind of coming down. Like I said, I'd never done this. I thought it turned out perfect. I really loved it. Added some stickers from the washi tape shop, and these are from the Happy Planner, as well as some stamps as well, just to kind of fill out the top. So that is how this one turned out. And again, I think it was a theme, but I cannot remember. This one was also a really popular one. I was using stickers from Calibri Charms. She had a bunch of like Nantucket holiday themed stickers with a lot of the sea life. And I just thought how cool they were, all kind of curved. So I just naturally kind of created this circular theme with all of the different sea life options I had in there. Kind of reminded me of a poster you would see like in a science museum or aquarium, and then added in a stamp, which did not turn out as great as I wanted it to, but it was pretty cool to kind of complete the look of a map that I had bought just recently, as well as the washi tape along the edges, just kind of completed the look. So this one was very, very popular and was a great spread overall. And what I decided to do in late June was to try something a little different for my layout. I was looking for a way to do a little bit more hourly planning in my planner without adding too much into it. I also was getting towards the end of my social media planner, which I was looking for. Long story short, I was looking for a dashboard planner that was already decorated, and there wasn't one from the Happy Planner at the time I needed it. So I created my own and was decorating those spreads as well, but I had only printed out 6 months. So I was pretty much at the end of that, kind of mid-year, waiting to see if a Happy Planner came out with something else I would use. At the time, I just realized that I just didn't want to deal with, finding another planner and trying to set it up again. So what I decided on was seeing how I might incorporate my social media elements in my kind of daily catch-all. That led me to this layout, which I created myself to try to figure out how I might fit all those elements in without having to include a separate planner. My idea was to take basically 2 days per page and extend the spread into 4 pages. We'll talk about a little bit why I didn't finish filling it out, but so this is the first time I tried to decorate it to see how this spread would work, and I really actually enjoyed the spread. I liked the fact that I could put in a small schedule here on the day, as well as my checklist. I had space for a focus area, decor, and my social media elements that I needed to track. So it really worked out as far as combining all the planners that I wanted into a smaller planner. However, I didn't really get to use this spread to its fullest, as you'll see. So a little bit about the decor. I used some black and white stickers and then added just a little bit of wet Tombow ink on the back. I showed the technique in the video, but you can kind of see I just kind of brushed it in with water on the tip of the Tombow dual tip brush pen and added in the color in the background. Let it dry and then put the sticker on top. And it worked out great. It didn't really saturate the page, so you didn't get any real warping or anything like that with the pages. And it just added that nice pop of color. Stuck with the pink and yellow theme, so I kept that throughout, even with the highlighters, and then also added a little bit of black in there just to tie the black and white florals together. I believe these florals mainly came out of one of the floral sticker books. I want to say Detailed Florals, but don't hold me to that. And then also some other, I think, color story books that I had with matching florals. So I had to design 2 pages because I like to keep everything kind of consistent. So since this was one full week, I wanted to do everything in the same theme. And this week I actually got COVID. So I ended up not being able to finish out the full week worth of planning. I just kind of let it go and, worked on healing up. But this is how it turned out. And it was just a really, I think, very fun and vibrant layout design. I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely bring that again up for another spread. So here is the next week after I had COVID for a couple days, and this one, I think I had designed it before I actually got COVID, so that's why it's all pretty, and I didn't want it to go to waste. So what I decided to do was just kind of keep track of the days and how I was feeling and any little things I needed to do, but for the most part, I didn't really have a full week till near the end of the week. I layered some colored florals from, I think this one was from the Seasons of Color sticker book, over top of, again, some chalk inks that I had in my stash, and created this like rainbow floral down the edges. And I think this one was really pretty and fun. And that wraps up June. So now we're into July. In July, again, another seasonal theme for my monthly. And kind of see how things are starting to get a little bit more dense on my memory keeping. I just slowly progressed to that, but still the same techniques. I've got, again, events and books read here on the side. It was Comic-Con, so I had a little highlight box there for the days I went down to Comic-Con. And again, the little page hack here to fulfill the last day of the month as well. This one was fun. These stickers came from the newer, I want to say maybe Celebrate Seasons. I feel like that's not right, but something like that. But from the Happy Planner with some washi tape mixed in. So since I didn't really get to use that 4-page spread to its fullest back in June, I decided to try the whole month of July using that 4-page layout, which was great. I really, again, loved it. For this one, I think it was a theme, maybe about summer nights or something like that. And I used some stars that I had from the Free Spirit sticker books, as well as a little bit more of those like chalk ink background elements to create some like moody clouds, and then stuck with the blues and the grays to tie it all together. Again, I was able to put in a schedule as well as a checklist and a focus box and my social media, which was super important at this point since I no longer had a social media planner to work out of. And again, themed both spreads to match. This is how the second spread turned out. So for the second week, I ended up doing kind of like a tropical vibes theme. I think it had something to do with vacation. I don't remember what, but these are planning thing stickers kind of mixed in with some Happy Planner travel stickers I had. And I really love this little collage I was able to create, kind of creating almost like Polaroid look with the girls within the boxes. I'm not a big dolls fan, so I don't normally use these style of stickers, but I think it really worked out for this spread in particular and brought it all together. And here I mainly just focused the decor down at the bottom and kind of kept everything a little bit more functional as far as like, everything in the same spot on the spreads as you go down the page. And that worked out a lot better. I thought it was a lot easier for me to find what I was looking for each day, this, at a glance. When it was a little bit more mixed up, you kind of had to find, the checklist. Where did I put the checklist this week? Is down the bottom, that kind of thing. So having them all in line like this really helped navigate the spread a little bit better. I also ended up moving the this week from the back to the front of the planner, which was good in the beginning, but because once I got to this page on the spread, I realized that I didn't go backwards so much to check this. So I like it at the back personally, but a lot of people also like it at the front. So just your preference. But in my shop, it's at the back. This was the second week. And then for the third week was my Comic-Con week, and I had a little bit of fun with it, printing out some stickers that I got, or I basically created from images I really liked on the internet. I don't own these images at all. This is just kind of a little personal project that I just wanted to get creative with. So they're not going to be anywhere where you can actually just grab them from the video. I think I do link to the artist that I grabbed the images from in case you want to do something personal with them as well. But I don't give them away or anything like that. These are all from images I ended up creating myself. And this one I think was just fun because, it's Comic-Con, kind of use some splatter too on here just to tie in the look and feel of the superheroes. And then again, I was at Comic-Con for these 2 days, so I kind of used this a little bit differently, explaining what I did each day is a little bit more of a memory keeping type of thing. And then back to my standard layout here on Saturday and Sunday. And here was the last one I did for the week, and this one was definitely a theme. I believe it was Christmas in July, which is always a favorite of ours. Me and Catherine, we like to pull that one in each July. I used some Happy Planner stickers for this one and just did a nice border theme all along. And again, I had 2 spreads to do, so I had to make sure I had enough. So there's a lot of eclectic random things pulled in here, but stuck with a simple red and green theme, just in varying shades of those two, and that helped it not feel too overwhelming. And then here was the second week. And overall, I really liked this layout. If I wasn't doing so much decorating in here, I think I would have stuck with it for 2023, but because it did require so many more stickers to match up the themes each week, I was a little concerned about it for a full year, just doing this same style of spread with the amount of stickers I have in my stash, being able to match them up at least. So I might pull this in once or twice throughout the year, but I ended up not going with it in the end just because I do so much decorating. That said, I think it's a great way to give your spread some more space if you are looking for a layout that is more functional and it's very simple so that you can really do whatever you need to do with it. It gives you plenty of space to write things in. So I think it's a really great layout, and I would love to figure out how to incorporate it maybe into some different spreads in the future. So that is the end of July, and now we're into August. So for August, I have both my monthly layout here along with my new bucket list that I created for my summer fun. So this was a project I actually did in the beginning of summer, and then I used it in this capacity, kind of set into my monthly for June, July, and August, so that I would see it every day and reference it in case I was able to tackle any of the bucket list items, each month, and write in the days that I actually did it. And then, adds a little bit of extra fun and excitement here, but that way I didn't forget about it. Because when I had it on a separate page, like in the front, the way I navigate through my planner, I just never saw it. So it's better to have it kind of front and center here. And it's just kind of created this idea of theming it out a little bit to whatever the season was and inserting it into my monthly. So this was the first time I had done that, and I really liked it a lot. I really felt like it brought me into the bucket list more and, keeping me mindful of the things I wanted to do. So there was that. Go ahead and pull this out for a minute while I show you the completed August spread, which was very summery themed, just kind of tropical summer vibes here with some florals from Planning Thing. And I think this quote was from the Happy Planner, as well as some washi tape from the Happy Planner. So you can kind of see, again, things are getting denser and denser here on the monthly. I really like this one a lot. I actually love the colors and just the kind of simple feels of it. I feel like it was just the right amount of color and design. So for the first week in August, we have this ocean theme. Again, I think this was a plannable challenge, something maybe about the sea. For this one, I ended up using that same cloud washi I used a while back as waves and kind of created a sea out of that. And I think that turned out perfect, along with those same Calibri Charms stickers. I brought in some of the paper stickers this time to create more of a Nantucket sea theme. Stuck with these like neutral tan tones with the blues just to keep everything feeling cohesive color-wise. And I had a lot going on, so you can see they're pretty full, but it was a really good spread, I thought. And then next, this one was definitely the Feeling Groovy Plannable Challenge theme. And in this one, I actually created some stickers using some markers and just some label paper, create some groovy lines, added in some large quotes from the Cool to Be Kind sticker book that came out a while back, as well as some of these weird stickers that I just not my vibe normally. But it was a really good way to bring those in and get some use out of these stickers that would normally not be something I would gravitate to. Stuck with those 3 colors, and it really helped, I think, tie everything together as well. The next one is my botanicals theme. I don't know if I actually did a plannable challenge theme for this, but I had recently gotten some cool stickers from Stationery Pal and wanted to use those in conjunction with some of the washi tapes I had recently picked up and had the Happy Planner Botanical sticker book. So I just combined those elements together in like collages here on the border, stuck with greens and kind of like neutral brown green tones all around, and I really liked how this turned out. It was very fun to look at and just kind of gave a mellow and natural vibe. This one was the Rock, Paper, Scissors Plannable Challenge theme, and I had a lot of fun with this. I actually ended up hand drawing my own rock, paper, and scissors to match up with some stickers that I had from it's one of the teacher books that came out recently with the Happy Planner Back to School line. And these are the stickers from that. And then I kind of layered over the black line art from my own drawings here on top. Kind of pull in that rock, paper, and scissors. So fun. Again, I used my foam memo printer for this to just create those stickers and make the decor I really wanted. Added some washi tape along the edges with some school element themes and kept the color scheme kind of limited to this like red tone, orangey yellow, and then almost like this aqua teal tone. Loved how this turned out. Just a great mix of the black and white with the color. And that is the end of August. So now we're into September. And here's where I did the tree theme again, but this time I did a much better job with the grain matching. Of course, you can't really see, or it doesn't really matter here, but I felt better about it, so that's all that matters. And I kind of did almost like, I was going for like an apple picking theme, but it almost looks like the Giving Tree book. If you guys have ever seen that book, the large tree and the apple and the green leaves. So it was just really fun to be in. Also had this little apple bucket here, or box at the end to fill up that last day. And again, just a nice seasonal theme, a good transitional theme from summer to fall. And so this is the theme, I believe that was the two-toned theme, because these are the same leaves that I was talking about earlier that I really loved and was hoarding. So I'm not sure what the other one was for. But this one was a really lovely spread to be in. I just love these greens and just the soft tones. You can probably tell from my own planner setup that I'm a big fan of watercolor, big fan of this color of green, just kind of like soft minty green. So I really liked how this turned out. And it was two-toned, but it's like a dark green and then this softer green. There's a little bit more than 2 tones of the same green in here, but I think it all worked together really well. And this one, I'm not sure if this was a theme or not, but I basically had some Planny Thing stickers mixed in with a few random Happy Planner stickers that I really never used or didn't really like that much. Kind of tied them in with this gradient feel of florals coming down the middle. more of a transitional theme, kind of going into the fall tones, going from summer into fall. And again, just the gradient down the page really tied it together, I think, and made everything feel really cohesive. This one was definitely a theme. I think this was coming up apples or something about apples coming up. And I used that same book, that teacher book I used for the rock, paper, scissors. It had all these apples in there. Limited the color scheme to these greens and red with a little bit of grid just to match in with the black line art. And really thought this one was a fun one as well to be in. This one was one of my favorites, actually. This one was for the start of fall. And I used these Planny Things stickers. She just had some really beautiful ones in her Autumn Vibe sticker book. It has these almost watercolor style leaves with their kind of sharp lined watercolors with black and white, almost the same style of leaves as well. So I paired them up and kind of created this like a layering effect with washi tapes to bring in a little bit more color. Definitely had a Pottery Barn vibe to me, and just like classic but seasonal. It's really a lovely spread and enjoyed all the feels. This one I don't think was a theme, but I had got this, I want to say maybe Brave Teacher sticker book on clearance, and it had all these cute little decor stickers that I was really wanting to use before the like back to school time frame. And what I did is I created, again, almost like a gradient going down the page, kind of making a hard line on each day so the color would transition to the next color. I really loved how that turned out. Very simple, but again, kind of a mid-page column theme, carried the whole week, I think, in decor, and was really a good one to be in. And then we have, again, the habit tracker to finish out September. And now we're into October. For the monthly overview for October, what I did was a pumpkin theme. Obviously, fall, pumpkins, October, that all kind of goes together. And I used, again, Planning Things stickers. She had some really great stickers come out in the last half of the year, so you're going to see a lot of her stickers in here from then on. I also brought in some Girl Boss Anna stickers, which I had recently gotten over the summer, and tied those in with a little bit of color, just to kind of repeat the color and make it a little bit more vibrant. Stuck with these softer tones, and I think it all worked out really good as a whole. And again, used my little double day hack here. It wasn't my hack, it was somebody else's hack, but used that there. So for the first week in October, I really wanted a fresh color palette because everything was fall. So it's basically September. And it was just like, I need something different. I need like a refresh. And so I went with this teal toned theme. There were some florals in, I think this was from a Planning Things sticker book in her Crystal Vibe sticker book that came out around that time, and paired it up with some Happy Planner quotes and some boxes from the Happy Planner, as well as some washi, and kind of created this middle of the page theme. I've been sneaking in my social media stuff here on the spreads ever since July, so like August, September. I don't know if you noticed, but I was sneaking in some elements of social on each spread. So my spreads were getting a lot tighter. I needed a lot more space. So you can kind of see that there's no space for focuses really in some of these days. Had to kind of work it into the decor. I also did some splattering on top of this, and I thought it was just the right amount to give a little bit of texture without overwhelming the spread. So this one turned out just gorgeous, and was really loving the color scheme. And this one here is the Pumpkin Everything Plannable Challenge theme. What I did was I basically pulled out all of the pumpkins I had in my stash. Like, I went through all my books where I thought I might have some pumpkins, brought them all together, and made this kind of collage look with those pumpkins. I think it turned out really cute. Actually, I was a little bit worried about it as I was building it because there's just so many different styles and colors, but they're all basically orange and they're all, they're all pumpkins, obviously. So it ties it all together. It's just a little more hodgepodge than I'm used to. And then again, I have this like nice sticker here to kind of pull it all together so you know what it's about, pumpkin, everything. And that's basically what I stuck with. Also have an orange highlighter just again to kind of keep the orange vibes going. So for October, I really decided I needed more space to do the social and add in, all the things I had going on, considering I had started a class back in September and just things started to get a little bit more hectic as far as getting things done for the end of the year. So I moved out the social, went back to my standard checklist with focus box, although on this spread in particular, I really didn't have the space to do that. On all the days, I didn't have the focus area for every other day, so I did an alternating theme. But I did add in this social media insert, which you're going to see for the next few months. I started to do that and just kind of tie it in with whatever theme I was working with. So I just had some half pages and used that to track my social as an insert. It's not my favorite. I don't like to really cover up my spreads. I like to see them as a whole, but because I was theming them out with the social, it worked. It just, could have been better if I had a different technique to make this happen without a separate planner. So for each week, you'll see that going forward that I had a matching half sheet to go in there. But like I said, for this one, I did a alternating day theme. It didn't come out quite as good as I wanted because I just didn't have enough stickers to really fill out the backgrounds as much. So it's kind of harder to see on this one. But basically each day has its own color, and then every other day has the leaves and stuff as the background. And this is how it turned out. I really liked the color scheme a lot. But again, I think it could have been executed a little better if I had more stickers. And this one here was a favor for a friend of mine. She is a huge BTS fan, and she actually went so far as to send me stickers. So I felt the need to make her something cute and creative that reflected her favorite group. I am not a BTS fan at all. I didn't even know the names of some of these guys, so I had to have her help me figure out what names went with which guy and the whole nine. And then I just kind of tied them together, although there's one that's kind of not next to his name. I guess this one should go with this guy, but the rest are kind of on the same page as the guy and the names of the people who are there. Anyway, this was fun. Purple is their color. They're called the Purple Army, so that kind of tied that together. And she was super happy with it, so that's all that mattered. And I was excited, actually, to be in it. It was surprisingly fun. Even though I don't know who these people are, just the colors were great, and there's a lot going on, and just the energy of the spread was actually really fun to be in. So I enjoyed it, even though, like I said, I'm not a BTS fan. And then I made this insert to go with it. I kept it kind of simple, as you can see, just kind of tied it in with the washi tape and tracked my social. And that's the end of October. Now we're into November. And for November, I did another bucket list. I did a fall bucket list. And this one I really, really liked a lot. I did this like re-theme, and you can see the setup on that. I actually used my own bucket list printables, so I gave those away for free if you're looking for some bucket list items that you can print yourself. And yeah, so I just did that, and it was great. It was just the right size. I did it a little bit smaller and added in, fall themes that matched pretty much with everything I did for the whole, September, October, November. So there was that. And then, of course, for November, I did a seasonal theme, Thanksgiving theme on this one. Tied in some of those, I think it's cheerful seasons. The way I said celebrate seasons, I think it's cheerful seasons. And that's what I did here with these stickers, which were kind of small and hard to make a full spread with, but I think I was able to tie them in enough to really make them work on this I also added in some washi tape for some added color, but it's definitely like a Thanksgiving theme and very densely written in as far as the memories. But again, a really fun themed out spread. So here's my first week of November, and for this week, I went with these Victorian vibes, which may have been a theme. I can't remember exactly if it was a plannable challenge or not. Oh, I think it was this pretty creepy? Yes, that was the theme. So it was because Halloween fell on the 31st. I don't really do Halloween themes, so I thought I would just kind of go with the like Victorian creepy vibe and call that a day. And I think it came across. There were some really random stickers I'd gotten from the stationery pal that have these, people in these black and white photos. I feel like it's like a creepy vibe. So I think it worked. I also had these darker florals that almost look like they're, dried, dead florals. So it all came together very nicely. It wasn't like something I was not happy to look at. I actually still enjoyed looking at it with the color scheme, and I think it just worked together pretty well. And again, I created another insert. This one I tied in a little bit more, I think, to the theme, and that worked out well. So this one was a plaid theme. I think it was maybe Mad About Plaid or something like that. And I couldn't find anything that I really wanted to use, so I ended up adding some washi tape in kind of a layered plaid look. And that worked out actually really good. A little bit of a challenge to get there, but I think it turned out cute. Love the colors, and then again, created this insert to tie in. But a fun one, added a little bit of texture, and brought it all together. This one was definitely maybe a gourd theme. Yeah, I think it's like, oh my gourd. Yeah, that was the Plannable Challenge theme. And again, Planning Things stickers for this. She just really came through for me this season, and just had them kind of like falling into a pile, I guess, down here at the bottom. And I just stuck with those softer kind of green, yellow, and orange colors from the stickers themselves and tied it all together, I thought, pretty nicely. This is a really fun one, considering, all of the kind of deeper, darker colors. This one was a nice, like, vibrant but not overwhelming spread, and I really like this one a lot. And this one was for the Thanksgiving holiday, and I want to say it had something to do with maybe like home for the holidays, maybe. That might have been it. Again, Planning Things stickers, as well as, yeah, these were hers as well. I did a kind of fall transitional into winter theme, although it's a little bit more subtle on this one because the houses are somewhat small, but you can see it goes from like fall feels into like colder winter snowy feels. I really liked that. Kept it all here at the bottom, a little bit of the sky, and then used the same colors, just kind of pulling from the houses to gradiate down the page. Really love this. And again, tied in the social insert with the theme. And that's the end of November. So I think I might have one more social media element to talk about. But then I took off the month of December from social. So none of these spreads going forward after this one have a plan with me, I don't think. I might have had one for the Buffalo one that's coming up. But after that, I didn't have any plan with me because I wasn't doing any social media during that time. And there's eraser marks here. Let me get rid of that. So if you have any questions about that, you'll have to reach out to me personally, just, maybe in the comments of this video, and I will get back to you with whatever information you're looking for. If you want certain stickers or whatever from the spread you're about to see. But for this one here, I did my December monthly, and I decided to create these kind of wreath themed, classic, but not over the top Christmas. I also have a few ornaments here. Again, anything. Loved this one. It was just the right amount of holiday feels without being overwhelming. And so for the first week of December, I did this buffalo plaid theme. I don't remember if this was a plannable challenge theme or not. I don't think so. I think I did that one in my health this week. So I had these buffalo style stickers from the planning thing. There was a whole couple pages themed out in this like red and black plaid theme. And I had some cardstock that I thought I would pull in just to, again, tie in the plaid. And I also have some black and white plaid washi tape that all came together very nicely. A couple of quotes from the Happy Planner, and that was pretty much it. So I did that, and then since I didn't do a full week of social media posting, since it was December 1st on the 1st here, I just did this little half insert to cover the days I needed it, and that worked out really great. Just use that same cardstock. So for this spread, I used the Amber Plans Her Day sticker book. I hadn't used it since the previous winter, so I was excited to pull that out and see that I had these poinsettias or poinsettias, depending on who you talk to, in there still left over. And there was just enough, I thought, to complete this spread. So I tied them all together. I used some that I had used in the previous, I cut up and just kind of mixed them together in some aspects, added them in, and just some boxes from that same book, and then a little bit of marker to add some texture on the edges. That was it pretty much. So it was a pretty simple spread, but I thought it was just the right amount of decor. Really liked it, very classic looking. So this one was mainly from a book I got last year from Michaels. It was a holiday book that had a lot of brown tones in it. It was like I want to say maybe gingerbread holiday or something like that. I'll have to look and see. But that one, it had these stickers in it that were just like a full page of these small quote stickers. And I've done a few spreads in the past where I butt them up against each other like this, in line and also across the top of things. So I had those stickers. I thought, well, let's try to do something real quick with those. They're all like greetings and things that have to do with the holidays. It was holiday season. So I made those work here. I added them in on the edges and then lined it with some washi tape, along with some also, ranch and spice stickers, kind of like Spice Star stickers in there to just tie in the color scheme. Kept it pretty much in that black and softer. This is more of like a green tan, and then I tried to match it up as best as I could with the washi tape I had. But I think it worked. I had to actually put the days of the week on the inside here because I was covering them up here on the edge. And I used some stickers from the Happy Planner. I think that was the journaling sticker book. I was still very busy, as you can see, even though I wasn't posting on social. So I was using these spreads up pretty fully. And here is my Christmas spread, my Christmas week spread. This one, I think I did tie it into the Plannable Challenge, which was holiday lights. And I used these light stickers from, again, Planny Thing, and some quotes from the Happy Planner. These trees are also from the Planny Thing sticker book that I used. Have a little bit of gold mixed in. I just needed something that really worked with the holiday lights theme, so ended up bringing in some gold. Really worked well with the Christmas feels. I think it tied in really nicely. And I just stuck with the red and green with that kind of gold matching up with the yellow tones of the lights. This is how that one turned out. Again, a really good one. And then for the last week of the year, what I decided to do was use some washi tape stickers that I got from the washi tape shop. They sent me actually a big shipment of different holiday stickers, and I wasn't really sure how I was going to use them on this, but I ended up kind of just grabbing them and kind of creating these little clusters along the page. It gave me a little bit of a like Scandinavian holiday feel. And since it was kind of the transition week between the holidays of Christmas to New Year's, I thought it worked out well. It wasn't like over the top Christmas vibes, but your house usually still has the Christmas overlay, and a lot of things carry Christmas into the new year. So I thought it worked well. And I also was doing some like family holiday stuff at the same time. So it was just a nice vibe to be in for the week. And that is it, you guys. Got my habit tracker at the end, and we are done. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch or have any questions for me. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye!